I have a lot of amazing support for my activism, but I also have trolls on my channel who seemingly don't have any lives of their own because of how much time they spend commenting on my videos. These people will post long comments that may sound reasonable to someone who has done no research or with little or no knowledge about veganism and animal rights, but upon closer inspection they are full of baseless assertions, insults, and oftentimes just complete and utter nonsense. And then they expect that I will prioritise answering them because they think they're so clever and they're full of self-importance. They ask questions they don't actually want answers to. And even if I do respond, they will reply with fallacious reasoning or duck and dodge, or they'll immediately try to move straight to another point or refuse to acknowledge that they were wrong in the first place, and then habitually ignore any of the questions that I ask them. Their comments are usually full of bad spelling and grammar. One long paragraph with no punctuation, no capital letters, and almost every wrong assumption possible, which they expect me to read in full from start to finish and then type a response to every single point that they've made. The truth is, I might read until the first stupid mistake or false nonsensical claim, which is usually in the first sentence or paragraph, and stop there. These people are wasting their own time, and I simply won't allow them to waste mine. If you're one of these people, I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of time to give to you. And some of these people imagine that if I'm afraid of them or running away from their challenge if I don't reply, as if it's the first time I've heard their stupid comments and questions, and that somehow they are a threat to my worldview. It's laughable, right? Most of the time, the reason I don't reply is no answer I give, no matter how fact-based or logical, will ever satisfy these people. They just want to believe what they want to believe, regardless of whether it's justified or not. They don't want to hear the answer. They don't want to learn. They don't want to know any better. And they certainly don't want a better and kinder world for animals. And they think it's okay to assert anything, no matter how questionable their source is, like Piers Morgan, for goodness sakes. Or if it's something they read in a tabloid headline or on another troll's Facebook, or literally just made up. Usually some nonsense about almonds or avocados or bees or protein or ethical animal farming or crop deaths or plants feel pain. And they present all this as if it was just a fact, just because firstly they read it, then they assumed it was correct, and then they asserted it. And also because they have no shame or remorse. They really don't care if they're wrong on every single point, every freaking single time. They're never going to admit or accept that they were wrong, because the truth and honesty and accuracy, accountability, justice and kindness to other animals doesn't matter to these people at all. These people are apologists. They feel obligated to defend their position no matter what the truth is, and they systematically make up excuses to rationalise and justify harming other animals whilst dismissing and ignoring all evidence we give to the contrary. They're not interested in rational debate, and they're not interested in honest evaluation of information and the pursuit of truth. I don't have time to argue with idiots in the comments, back and forth forever and ever. And I'm sure many vegans watching this will already know from experience that you could spend all day, every day on social media arguing with these people. And pretty soon you'll realise you're hearing the same arguments over and over and over again, oftentimes from the same person in a different thread weeks or even months later. Like, why are you asking the same question when I've already answered it before? It's almost as if you didn't read it, and if you did read it, you completely disregarded every single word. Now, I know some internet trolls who pop up over and over again on numerous vegan accounts, and they are people that are just completely dishonest and aren't worthy of my time or attention. And most of my other critics don't deserve my time or attention either, unless there's a possibility that they are being genuine and sincere. And then it doesn't matter to me if their comment seems stupid or naive. In that case, I'm still going to take time to try and help that person. I often wonder about these people. How do they have so much time to type such long messages? What's their agenda? How much skin do they have in the game? Do they even know that they're trolling? Or are they just being a complete and utter jerk? Though I think with trolls, it's usually both. They make the same points and ask the same loaded questions repeatedly based on faulty assumptions that will never be corrected by anybody, no matter what your answer is. And they'll never ask a sincere question because they don't want to understand what they're afraid to understand. They're blinkered and they're narrow-minded. They're blinded by their desire to make money from animals and their want to continue to eat and wear animal products, and by their complete and utter contempt for the other animals that we share this planet with. For these people, I'm not going to spend time typing out replies in the comments, because even if I do, only that one jerk will ever read it, and then they'll almost certainly just completely ignore everything that I took the time to say. These same people think that I shouldn't have patrons either, because they claim my activism doesn't require any researching, no preparation, no travelling expenses, doesn't require me to buy equipment or to spend time composing and editing videos and adding subtitles. In their opinion, it doesn't take any time and it doesn't take any money. When the truth is, it typically takes me hours of work to make one video, and most weeks I have more work to do than I have time to do it. I can say hand on heart that I work harder for the animals than I've ever done for any paid job that I've ever had in my lifetime. And I want my patrons to be proud of the fact that they support me in this work, and to know that I will work tirelessly to help animals, and that they are the reason why I'm able to get any of this work done at all. So if you like what I do, if for no other reason than to annoy these trolls who spend their time disrespecting animals, disrespecting vegans, and disrespecting other activists on every single level at every single turn, then please support my Patreon if you can. I want these people to know that we are winning this battle for the animals and for justice, and that nothing that they will ever say will stop us.